Recording in progress.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's ocean session by the Copernicus Marine Service, dedicated to reporting the ocean from data to stories. I am Florian Caillon, Training and Capacity Development Officer at Mercator Ocean International, and I will be guiding you through this webinar today. Today, we'll explore how operational ocean data, indicators, and tools made available by Copernicus Marine can support the understanding of global ocean change and inspire data-driven stories. Before we begin, let's quickly go over some house rules to make sure you enjoy this session to the fullest. Please don't use the chat box on your right-hand side for questions. It's there for greetings and for sharing links with participants throughout the session. If you have a technical or content-related question, we invite you to use the dedicated Q&A section. Scan this QR code or click the Q&A button at the top of your screen to ask a question to our speakers. We'll have a Q&A session at the end of each presentation, and while you're there, you'll also see a poll about today's webinar. Feel free to fill it out anytime during the session. We will also send you the survey link after the webinar, so you can fill it in later if you prefer. Finally, we encourage you to visit the guidelines and resources section on the event website. There you'll find useful links to ocean literacy resources and to several relevant parts of the Copernicus Marine website, as well as links shared by our speakers. Now let's take a look at today's agenda. We'll begin with a short introduction to Mercator and the Copernicus Marine Service by Laurence Collet, followed by a demonstration of a new ocean data viewer called My Ocean Health by Andrea Carvalho from Mercator Ocean. After this, we will have a demonstration of the data viewers, My Ocean Light and My Ocean Pro by Tony Jolibois from Mercator Ocean as well. Those tools can help you explore ocean data to support data-driven stories. Anoa Truong will continue with a presentation of a selection of other Copernicus Marine tools that can be of use for journalists and media professionals. And at the end of this webinar, we'll hear back from Laurence Collet, who will introduce the primary point of contact within the Copernicus Marine Service, the press office. Let's start with a short introduction to Mercator and the Copernicus Marine Service. Laurence, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Florian, and welcome to everyone. My name is Laurence Collet. I'm in charge of corporate communications and media relations at Mercator Ocean. So I would start by presenting you Mercator Ocean briefly. Please, Florian, next slide. So Mercator Ocean International is the organization behind Europe's operational ocean forecasting capacity. The organization has been created in 1995, and it has become a global leader in ocean monitoring and forecasting. And as a public interest organization, it supports Europe's digital ocean systems. So with this strong public interest mission, Mercator Ocean implements EU and UN ocean protection programs and is owned by 10 public shareholders in France, Spain, the UK, Italy, and Norway. Mercator Ocean is the entrusted entity of the European Commission to implement the Copernicus Marine Service and is also a key developer of the European Digital Twin Ocean. So the European Digital Twin Ocean is basically a virtual replica of the ocean fed by the Copernicus Marine data, as well as the European Marine Observation and Data Network, EMODNet. And this virtual replica of the ocean enable users to develop applications and simulations on this virtual ocean. So today, Mercator Ocean is transitioning into an intergovernmental organization dedicated to digital ocean systems and information services. This new status has been recognized very recently by the European Commission as a key contribution to the new Ocean Eye initiative, recently launched by President Ursula von der Leyen to strengthen Europe's capacities to observe the ocean. So just in a few words, we are 120 people. We are based in Toulouse, but we also have offices in Barcelona and Madrid. We are really anchored in Europe, but we're also open to the world with strategic partnerships at international level in North America, South America, Australia, Africa as well, and India. Next slide, please, about the Copernicus Marine Service. So the Copernicus Marine Service is one of the 6 services of Copernicus, which is Europe's Earth observation program. Copernicus Marine is Europe's operational ocean forecasting and monitoring service implemented by Mercator Ocean. So for the past 10 years, it's been delivering real-time information on the 3D state of the global ocean, but also of European regional seas, from ocean physics and sea ice to marine ecosystems. In practice, it means that every day the service provides open, free, and science-based data which support marine and maritime sectors, public authorities, and the blue economy. All the Copernicus marine data are built from three complementary sources. First, satellite observations, which offer global and continuous coverage of the ocean surface. Second, in situ measurements from buoys, floats, and research vessels, providing highly accurate local information. And third, state-of-the-art ocean models that assimilate these observations to produce forecasts, routine analysis, and up to 30 years of historical reanalysis. So this data spans what we call the blue, the white, and the green ocean. The blue ocean covers physical processes such as temperature, salinity, currents. The white ocean focuses on sea ice characteristics such as concentration, thickness, or extent. And the green ocean includes biogeochemical variables such as chlorophyll, nutrients, or oxygen. So beyond scientific users, the Copernicus Marine Service also aims to raise public awareness by offering citizens in Europe and across the world accessible information on the state of our ocean and the challenges it faces. Next slide, please. The Copernicus Marine Service publishes every year the Copernicus Ocean State Report, which is an annual European Commission report on the state of the ocean based on peer-reviewed scientific assessments and expertise. And we are celebrating in 2026 the 10 years of this report that we will celebrate with different formats, including this Ocean State Report and its summary that it's more dedicated to the general public. But we will also organize for journalists a press briefing at the end of September, beginning of October. So the date is not still confirmed, but we will come back to you with more information and an invitation to attend this presentation of the conclusions of 10 years of reporting on the state of the ocean. Next slide, please. Just as a transition to the presentation of our data visualization tools. These are tools that are freely accessible on the Copernicus Marine website. And today, my colleagues and Andrea, to start with, are going to present you these tools, including My Ocean Health, My Ocean Light, and My Ocean Pro. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Laurence, for your presentation. We will now move forward to our next speaker, who will be Andrea Carvalho on the My Ocean Health tool. Andrea, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Florian. Hello, everyone. So yeah, my name is Andrea Carvalho. I work at Mercator Ocean as a science communications officer, and I will be taking you through My Ocean Health. As we said, this is a new, recently launched platform, freely accessible, like any resource from the Copernicus Marine Service. And I'll be taking you through this tool, what sort of information you can access and how you can access that information so that you can hopefully use it in your stories if you're a communicator, a journalist, all of that. So yeah, to start with, how do you access My Ocean Health? You simply access the Copernicus Marine Service website. I hope you're seeing my screen now on the Copernicus.
Yes.
Perfect. So you will access the Copernicus Marine Service website, marine.copernicus.eu, and right on the homepage you will see the My Ocean Health. You will click and access the tool straight away. So this tool has been designed to inform the public about the state of the ocean and to allow ocean monitoring in a more in an easier way and in a more accessible way to everyone. I'll just close the little pop-up window here so that we can see the whole screen. My Ocean Health displays information and data on key ocean variables. Key ocean variables are very much like the ocean's vital signs. They provide information on the health of the ocean, on the state of the ocean. And by monitoring this continuously, we get information about how the ocean is doing over time and how it has been changing. So as you can see here, how we have different ocean variables on My Ocean Health. You will find variables such as sea surface temperature, marine heat waves, sea level, ocean acidification, Arctic and Antarctic sea ice extent, so the area occupied by sea ice in both polar regions. And basically you can get here and select one of these variables. You will see, I'll take sea surface temperature as an example to start with. You see that by selecting a variable, you have two representations of the data. Here we are seeing sea surface temperature, average sea surface temperature, in fact, for the 7th of July, so for today, in the global ocean. And we can see that on the left, we have a spatial representation of the average sea surface temperature. So a representation of this temperature across the whole globe. And on the left-hand side, we have a temporal representation. So a graph that represents daily sea surface temperature for the global ocean all the way since 1993, which are the beginning of Copernicus Marine Service data records, all the way to today's measurements. So with the globe, you can it's an interactive platform. So you can basically interact with almost everything on this tool. You can rotate the globe, you can zoom in and zoom out. In terms of information, you can see through this color bar, you can see the change in temperature, the variation of temperature across the globe. We can see represented in blue the colder temperatures, usually closer to the poles or around the pole areas. And of course, warmer regions, warmer temperatures across the equator, but not only. We see it also in other areas further from the equator, nowadays also with warmer temperatures. On the right-hand side, so with the time series, what we call a time series, this graph, you can select different years. You can, for example, select another year that you would like to see highlighted on the graph. And you can basically explore, for example, for the same date, you can explore another year and see what was the temperature, average daily sea surface temperature in another year, last year, or yeah, all the previous years, basically. You can select another date, so you can actually access daily data. So you can select another day, and by navigating on this panel, you can access another month of the year and also other years all the way back to 1993. And go back to today's of it. You can also access monthly and annual averages. So these are basically averages of the sea surface temperature over each month and each year. You can access here the same way. And so these are what we are seeing here are absolute values. So the direct measurement of temperature in degrees Celsius, but you can also access anomalies. So here you can select absolute or anomaly values. Anomalies are, we'll hear more and more about these. These are deviations or temperature values that are above or below a certain average temperature. So over a long period of time, usually around 30 years, we measure, we calculate an average temperature, and this will be our baseline. And anything above or below this reference period is an anomaly. So we can see here on the globe Colors in like red colors represent positive anomalies, so temperatures that are above this reference average temperature, sea surface temperature for each area of the globe. And blue the opposite, so cold temperatures, so below this reference period. So you can also you can explore all the other variables. I won't be able to take you through all each of them, but if we take a look at marine heat waves, this is also another very crucial ocean variable, and we know that they are becoming more and more frequent, intense, and more widespread. Marine heat waves are extreme events in temperature that can happen between 5 days to several months. And so they have several impacts on ecosystems directly, but also on society, on weather patterns. So they influence a huge range of sectors. You can here explore the different categories for the different days, and not only for the present day, but also we also provide a forecast, few days of forecast, up to 10 days of forecast, in fact. And so you can actually already visualize the conditions, the marine heat wave conditions for the 11th of July. So you can see how intense these marine heat waves will be across the globe by checking the color bar here below. And so, yeah, you can explore all the different variables. Here we have Arctic sea ice extent, so the sea ice cover in the Arctic and in the Antarctic. As I was saying, you can see the same. You can see all the cover for each day, for each month, and not all the variables have all the daily, monthly, and annual data. So it will vary a bit from variable to variable, but these are still nonetheless very important information and useful information that you can use, and timely, mostly information that you can use in your reporting. Also, very interesting feature of My Ocean Health, in which we hope that you will be able to use it, is the fact that you can not only check the information directly that you see displayed on the graph, of course, but also download images of both the globe and the graph. And you can also embed, so integrate each of these components, the globe and the graph, in a web page. So if you're preparing any online resource, you can definitely integrate that in your resources as well. I think we are almost at the end of my demonstration. This is all I had to show to you. This is definitely a very informative tool that we hope we can inform the public on the current state of the ocean, on even predictions or forecasts over to a few days. And yeah, we really hope you can use it. This can be useful for to inform about the current state and all the changes happening in the ocean. Thank you, and I'm available for questions if you have.
Thank you, Andrea, for your presentation. We did receive a few questions about My Ocean Health. I would just share my screen. So for the first question, is there a way to extract the raw data for a graph or map on the My Ocean Health so that we can use the data to make graphics in our publication's own style?
We are currently working on integrating that feature. So this is the first version of My Ocean Health, and we are currently working on different features, and this is one of them. We definitely want to integrate this as an option as well, to also download the raw data, so that we understand that it is important for you to have, for example, your own graphics, your own branding, if you come from a specific media outlet. So definitely it's something that will come up very, very soon.
Nice. On my Ocean Health tool, can we get the info for a specific point or part of the world, or is it only global data?
For the moment, it's only global data, but it's also in our pipelines to integrate also regional indicators, so that will be also accessible through my Ocean Health. And yeah.
Nice. Can we select a specific area to display in the graph? Well, I think we
Kind of the same, yeah.
it's the same question.
Moment, no.
But for regional data, we'll have the next presentation. That will be very interesting
Exactly. I was going to say that.
for the people asking these questions. How do you explain that My Ocean Health could be replaced by other platforms? What sets it apart from something like Windy?
Hmm. Well, My Ocean Health really provides this global view of the state of what is happening, for example, in terms of sea surface temperature right now, and what it has been happening since 1993. So it gives us this climate vision and also this ocean monitoring in a timely way, like in a live format. Um, so I don't know if it seems a bit different because I don't think Windy has this kind of a view more climate look. I don't think so, but yeah, I would say that's the main difference.
It's also freely available. I think Windy has.
Oh yeah, in terms of yeah, accessibility, definitely. All these resources are freely available.
Mhm. For our next question, would you recommend using this tool for learning more about climate dynamics and climate science as someone who is looking to work in climate change in the future? And alongside this, what are other resources that would add a solid foundation for this?
For the second part, definitely what is coming next. I think Tony
A good
will
transition.
tell you a bit more about. Yeah, exactly. And for the first part, definitely because you can see. I mean, you can look at different variables, and you can check the same date, for example, the same time period, and look at different variables and see what happened. And yeah, you can have this look since 1993, so you can definitely see how it has been changing. So you definitely have um, this climate look.
Nice. For our next question, for marine heatwave forecast, does it include a specific model for forecast?
So the model that it is used to generate most of the data, so sea surface temperature and marine heat waves, is our ocean monitoring and forecasting system from the Copernicus Marine Service. So it is the same that you access through the data catalog. We just calculate a sort of statistics to generate the marine heat wave forecast, let's say. But the base model is the same we use in our Copernicus Marine System, which is ocean physics analysis and forecast product.
Since this is global data, how accurate or reliable is it in the local context of a particular country? Are there any published methods, references, or similar materials?
Yeah, so this is really, we should bear in mind that this is a global, we're always talking about the global measurements here. And once we will integrate regional, of course, we will, the methods will be taken into account that it is a region that we are integrating, and we're no longer talking about global scale. So all these parameters are taken into account when we go from global to regional. So I would say, yeah, this My Ocean Health really gives you the global view. And if you want to go a little bit to zoom in, to go a little bit closer to each country, you should look, for example, at the My Ocean viewers. Like maybe Tony will talk a bit about that next. What data is used? Yes, so all the data that is generated and that is provided here comes from the Copernicus Marine Service systems, products, everything that you can access also through the catalog.
Someone asks, can I start writing about climate change on my website from the data source on these tools?
Just like that? I would say it's a bit, I mean, better have someone verifying what you're writing, of course, but based on our data is reliable and trustworthy and is verified, and as a data source, yes.
Um, does the MyOcean Health supports MCP integrations so that we can integrate the data using AI agents?
MCP. I'm trying to remember.
I'm not sure.
Do
I
you know
think
what
it's like
exactly
a
it is?
link between tools that you can import data
Okay.
directly, I would say.
For the oh, maybe yeah. Go ahead, Tony.
No, yeah, and
See,
MCP
Tony appeared.
is a standard way to exchange between AI agent and tools. So right now, MyOcean Health don't allow that for the moment, but it will be the case in the next future. Whereas it will be possible also for to request MyOcean Pro and Lite using MCP standard protocol. But yeah, this is something we are currently working on, and this is not ready yet.
For our next,
Zoom Earth.
yes, how is it different from Zoom Earth?
Zoom Earth is. Can you enlighten me?
It's
Is it equivalent?
it's a weather map. I'd say it's a tool
Okay.
with a weather map. It's an interactive map that track hurricanes, cyclones, etc.
Okay. Yes. I do see. Well, it's not very far from that in the sense that you can see the current state, and also the past one. I'm not sure if you can do that in Zoom Earth. But also you have this timely information that is provided on the time series, for example. Um, so, and we also provide trends, as you, I didn't mention it, but we also provide consolidated trends for each of the ocean variables that are displayed above the time series, above the graph. And so there's a lot more than just a tool. There's also a knowledge that was added to it, that has been added and is continuously added to it every time that the data is consolidated, every time that we have the knowledge, we are integrating that knowledge into this tool as well, so that you don't only interact with the tool, but you also have this context and a bit more information. I'm not sure which tool that is, so maybe I didn't respond to the question.
Yeah, I'm not an expert of Zoom Earth, but I just know it exists. I think we can take one last question so that we can stick to schedule, but all the unanswered questions will be answered in a post-event report that will be sent to our participants, so no worries, you will get your answers. So for our last question, I wonder if sometime soon this data could be integrated with fisheries data to correlate species on the move with shifting climate.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I mean, we're also developing parallel tools or applications that involve other types of data. In my ocean viewers, you also have other types of data. For the moment, in my ocean health, you only have sort of indicators, so really focused on the state. But this is definitely a good point, and it's also in our plans to include more, new variables. So I'll keep that as a suggestion. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Andrea, for your presentation and for the answers to your questions. Again, you will receive all the next, all the answers to your questions in a post-event report. And now to answer all the questions we had on more local data and regional views of the Copernicus data, I will leave the floor to Tony Jolibois, who will make a demonstration of MyOcean Lite and MyOcean Pro. So Tony, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Florian. Thank you, Andrea. I'm Tony Jolibois. I'm a front-end tool manager. It means that I manage the roadmap and the evolutions of all these front-end tools. allowing you to access the ocean, the Copernicus marine ocean data. So I share my screen. Is it okay, Florian? We see my screen, the
Yes,
Copernicus Marine website.
we
Thank
see
you
it.
very much. So yeah, as it was said, MyOcean Health allows you to access global scale data with the time series average and the globe. MyOcean Lite and Pro will allow you to um, focus on regional events or phenomenon, pan and zoom on area of interest, navigate on time, etc. So it addresses different needs. So here the MyOcean Lite, um, which is a tool allowing you to access um, a bit like MyOcean Health, but we have more variable, essential ocean variable. So including blue ocean variable, temperature, salinity, current, sea surface rate, but also um, white ocean, the sea ice, and the green ocean, so the biogeochemical parameter of the ocean. It's very quick and easy, I think. So selecting the variable here, you have here the timeline, so allowing you to look at different time steps for the data. So here, July 2022. So usually the data in Copernicus Marine goes from 1993 to forecast to 10 days forecast. So yeah, you pan and zoom really as you want. And yeah, MyOcean Lite will always display the best data available, meaning that here we are in the past, and here we see that the MyOcean Lite is displaying the global multi-year data. And if we zoom on the Mediterranean Sea, for example, it will automatically switch to the regional product. Here, the Mediterranean Sea product. It means that, yeah, you don't have this complexity of choosing the data among the whole Copernicus Marine catalog. This catalog includes more than 300 products. So it depends on your knowledge of oceanography and data. Some people will want to really choose their product for satellite observation, in situ observation or analysis, the regional product, the reanalysis or a near real-time product, etc. But some others, and it's fully understandable, don't want to choose this product, but want the Copernicus Marine to choose for them the best data available. So that is what MyOcean Lite is doing. So by clicking here on the map, you can generate dynamically. So first of all, you have the temperature, the value of the temperature at this point on this time step. So I will reach more the. So you can zoom on the timeline using your mouse wheel, okay, to be able to select the time step you want. So you have here the value of the temperature at this point for. So we will reach maybe today. Okay, so 21 degrees. You have here the time series of the value on this point from 2024 to forecast, and you have here a profile. These are four-dimension data, so you have the data among the depth of the ocean. Okay, so quickly, so my ocean light allows you to look at currents. So as I said, blue ocean, what we call blue ocean, as Laurence presented you. The wave height, if you want, for example, to tell a story about the wave height that reached the coast during the last storm. For example, yeah, near the beginning of January 2026, there was this last storm reaching the France and so the Bay of Biscay and Manche Sea. You can illustrate also so the White Ocean here, the sea ice extent in the Arctic. So again, you can navigate on time, and the Antarctic. So another story could be telling about the bloom of phytoplankton during spring. Here with the high values of, you see here, so the chlorophyll A in the ocean representing the, yeah, plus or minus directly the phytoplankton masses. So yeah, you see that this tool is quite easy and yeah, it gives you quick access to several variable, navigate on time on areas, and so on. So we you can I mean you can illustrate several topics. So we will concentrate today on marine heat wave and El Nino. So Andrea showed some of the this topic with the my ocean health. We can see how you can use the my ocean light to monitor these phenomena. Okay, so this is temperature anomaly. So as Andrea said, the sea surface temperature anomaly is the difference between sea surface temperature for a given day and the long-term average for the same day, also called the climatology. So the long-term average for each day of the year is calculated with the reanalysis product using the period 1993 to 2016. So El Nino, how can El Nino be observed using a sea surface temperature anomaly? On the map, so we are on tropical Pacific, okay. El Nino appears as a band of warmer than normal surface waters along the equator. So we have here, yeah, in the mid-June 2026. So El Nino conditions began to emerge in April, May 2026, and were officially identified as present in June. So you can see here clearly the warmer than usual band in the equator. And if we navigate on time here, just little tips. You can navigate on time using the arrow on your keyboard. Just going from one time step to the next one or the previous one. It's quite practical. And yeah, reaching today, we can see here that this warmer than usual sea surface temperature anomaly is really um, easy to see, no? And if we plot the time series here, we are reaching 4 degrees, more than 4 degrees above the average. So if you want to illustrate El Nino, you can have this map, and to export an image, you have this share button here in the layer control, and you can share a link for another user to access exactly the situation you are seeing with the viewer, but you can also download an image, and you will have the color palette and so on, and the good things to have for an image to share. Okay, that was El Nino. Of course, there are so many things to say about El Nino, but I will go quick for today. Let's move to marine heat wave around Europe, and especially Western Europe, France, and so on. So we are today the 7th of July, and we see here a positive anomaly of the sea surface temperature here in the North Sea, the Bay of Biscay, and also the western part of the Mediterranean Sea. So a marine heat wave is a prolonged period of unusually high ocean temperature, during which sea surface temperature remain well above the normal seasonal range for some consecutive days. So yeah, again, you can share that kind of illustration, that kind of map to illustrate the current marine heat wave in Europe, Western Europe. So here, the last June heat wave in France lasted from the 17th of June 2026 to the 30th of June. So you can see here the evolution of the sea surface temperature anomaly during this atmospheric heat wave, and so how the ocean is impacted or react to this heat wave. And the peak phase was near 24, 25 of June, and here by the end of June it was really strong. So this is my ocean light. I will switch to the pro viewer, since you can have some extra features that can be very interesting for you. So here you have this go to expert viewer. So nothing has changed for the moment, but you have this layer control that is a bit different. And if you click on add layer, you can sorry, choose among the products, among the more than 300 products in the Copernicus Marine Catalog. I won't go into the details of this catalog since I don't have the time for the moment. So what else can we do with this tool? So again, select the product that we want. We can export high resolution image and download the data. There was a question on this previously, so I will show you. So first of all, you have settings here, and okay, sorry, you can click here on this option to have high resolution image instead of low resolution image that can be interesting for to illustrate articles. So again, this share button, and export image. So now you have a high resolution image instead of low resolution one. Okay. Um, so here, and with this share button, you can also access the animation, temporal animation. So to access this feature, you need to be logged in. So yeah, so you have to register and be logged in here. So the registration is free, yeah? So no problem with that. So here you can select start and end date for your animation and the quality and GIF. So we are maybe just if I um, mm, yeah, from the 30th of June to today. So generate video, and it will generate each image for the each time step during the duration you've just selected, and you will be able to download an animation that is, yeah, that can be interesting for a social network and so on. If you need to have something that moves more than something that is static, like a map. Okay, it takes sometimes, of course, to generate. I will cancel for this one.
Just a
Um,
small
oh,
note, Tony. The presentation is scheduled until 2 minutes from now. If we
yeah,
want to leave time
yeah,
for questions, but you can keep going.
yeah. No, just thank you, Florian. Just something to subset and download the data. So you have here, again, you have to be logged in. You have here this download button. If you need to download the data, you define on map the area you are interested in. So it defines the region here. You define the temporal coverage you want, and you can download the data directly. So you download a netcdf file that is quite standard in the Earth observation world. And with this data, of course, you can generate a plot, a custom plot with your branding and so on. So it's quite easy. You can also automate the download if you need. So that's it for the download. And just a remark on this user support contact. If you have any question, whether it is on the product or on some features you don't remember how you can, for example, generate an animation, don't hesitate asking the user support. So as a first um, a first step, you have an AI agent answering you, which is quite who is which or who is quite relevant. And if the AI agent cannot answer your question, you have a marvelous team of more than 4 people, which will who will answer you on the, all the question you have. Please don't hesitate. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Of course, there are so many things to say with this tool. So many topics you can address with that kind of tool. But of course, we cannot uh, pass all these topics today. Thank you very much. And yeah, if there are some questions, I'm here.
Thank you very much, Tony, for your presentation. We will We did receive a few questions that I will share now. Yes. Um, the first one is great overview. Thank you already. Did you mention that I can track Sargassum bloom using the Copernicus data, the green chlorophyll view? What if anything is the hardest last mile problem to say predict coastal landmass impact?
Okay, so for can I track sargassum using the Copernicus data? Yes, there is a specific product that was released last spring, I think. Anyway, it's available in the Copernicus catalog. Maybe you have a free text search in the Copernicus Marine catalog, and you enter Sargassum, and the product will appear. It's Caribbean. It covers the Caribbean Sea, the big Caribbean Sea, and gives you index of Sargassum um, monitoring. So that is definitely a very good product for you to use instead of just seeing the chlorophyll view, which gives you more an access to the phytoplankton data. What, if anything, is the hardest lesson? I don't really understand the second part of the question to say predict. Yeah, so sorry, I don't.
I also have issues understanding the syntax. I don't know if it's the resolution problem or more like the
For
uh,
maybe for the very coastal high resolution
yes.
data. Yeah. Okay. For this how can I answer? Copernicus Marine is very good on open ocean, and of course the coastal data are very important. We integrate also in situ platform measurement, so it helps reaching the coast. But yeah, it's quite hard, as you say, to reach maybe the last meal on the coast, and the maybe it's interesting to use a very high resolution and very regional product that are not in the Copernicus Marine Catalog, but that can be accessed through editor platform, for example. But yeah, this is quite interesting to try to go reaching the coast. Yeah.
I see a comment that says last mile is landfall on beach. I don't know if it helps answering the question. For the Sargassum, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge for oceanographic world to reach zones like beach, meaning yeah, the coast itself. But we are working on that.
Thank you, Tony. For our next question is the temperature data for the surface only. What data is used in the analysis? Is it Ostia satellite data?
So I've presented the temperature anomaly that is calculated only on the surface, but for temperature, absolute temperature data, we have 4-dimension data, meaning longitude, latitude, depth, and the time. So no, it's not surface only. What data is used in the analysis? Is it Ostia satellite data? Notably, so in the Copernicus Marine catalog, you will find the Ostia satellite observation, but you will also find in situ observation data and analysis data, meaning models that assimilate the satellite and in situ data and provide forecast. So yeah, a lot of data like that in the Copernicus Marine Catalog.
And very interesting system. Thanks for the demo. What are the rules on reusing data, images, and etc. from this side?
Thank you very much for this question. So when you reach the catalog, there and you can reach product sheet with the description of the product and so on and all the characteristic. On the left inside of the window, you have how to cite link, which explain you everything on how to cite the Copernicus Marine data or images or things like that. So you will find it. Yeah.
Nice. What is the spatial resolution of the data and the timeline?
So there are more than 300 products in the Copernicus Marine catalog. So there are a lot of different spatial resolution, but the maximum, I think, in the Copernicus Marine catalog should be 1 on 36 degrees of resolution. But yeah, there are many special resolution depending on the product, the data set, and so on. That is an information that you can access through the product sheet. I mean, in the catalog, you will access all the information on the data and notably the special resolution and the temporal resolution, which goes from hourly to yearly data and even indicators averaging the data on the whole period of the catalog.
Nice. For our next question, can the data time series from a specific location be downloaded?
Yeah, definitively it can be downloaded. So when you generate a time series, so you can generate time series on a point, on a line. So I could not address all these features and during the demo, but you can generate time series on a specific location, on a line, on an area. You can also import your shapefile or GeoJSON to specify an area. And when this time series is generated, you have a 3-point button just on top right of the time series, which gives you access on export to NetCDF, export to CSV. So yes, you can download time series.
We did a more detailed presentation of the MyOcean ProViewer a few months back. If you want to have a bigger overview of all the functionalities that exist, we will send you the link that you
And
can
again,
already find in the resources on the website.
Yeah, and again, don't hesitate asking a question to the user support. This is definitely the kind of question that will be answered easily.
I think we can take one last question for Tony for this session. Will there be technical analysis charts generated from overall data that will show different temperature, atmospheric, and reaction patterns trends based on different specific time frames, similar to TradingView charting platform for market technical analysis?
Technical analysis charts. So yeah, charts. We are generating charts in MyOcean Health. That was demonstrated by Andrea just before. We have also indicators in the Copernicus Marine Catalog that can be reached through the catalog, for example, on the sea level rise or on the trend of the sea surface, sea water temperature on a big period. So yeah, I mean, we have a lot of data like that. Yeah. We don't address atmospheric measurement since it is through the Copernicus atmosphere and climate.
Thank you, Tony, for your presentation and for answering the questions. All the questions, again, that could not be answered today will be included in the post-event report so that we can stick to schedule. Thank you again, Tony, for your presentation.
Thank you.
And we will now go to our next presentation on other resources that can be of use to journalists and media professionals by Anoa Trong. So Anoa, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Florian. Hi, everyone. My name is Anhua Chung. I'm a communications officer at Mercator Ocean International, and I lead 360 communications for the Copernicus Marine Service. So beyond the two tools that we free tools actually, like including like a Vision Light 10 Pro that you just watch, we also have other resources for media professionals. The first one, is kind of the standard one. It's the Press and Media Hub on the Copernicus Marine website. It's a central hub for press releases, media resources, and press contacts. It's going to provide trusted science-based updates on major ocean developments. It's going to highlight, of course, the latest Copernicus Marine announcements. And soon we are also going to embed the My Ocean Health application that Andrea showed you today for direct access to interactive ocean monitoring and visualization. For the past year, we created 2 video tutorials. One is kind of a summary of what Tony just showed you on My Ocean Pro. It's a 4-minute video tutorial about sea surface temperatures anomalies, and it's going to streamline kind of this process of creating HD visuals and animations with My Ocean Pro. We also have a second video tutorials. The 2 links are going to be in this PowerPoint slides that we are going to share with you after this webinar. And so the second way is about the ocean bulletins, another resource that you can use to track marine heat waves, sea ice, and ocean temperatures. You can find those bulletins on the Mercator Ocean International website, but also on the Copernicus Marine Service website. Speaking of which, those are the Ocean Health bulletins as they are presented on the Copernicus Marine Service website. They provide monthly updates on the state of the ocean, with also special editions covering exceptional ocean events such as record temperature or particular strong El Nino for June 2026, as you can see on this screen capture. Those bulletins are going to track key ocean health indicators, most of the one that Andrea and Tony showed you, the sea surface temperature, marine heat waves, sea ice, and more. The bulletins combine global trends with regional analysis. They are based on Copernicus Marine data with the scientific analysis by Mercator Ocean International. And so they can help you with long-term monitoring through accessible and evidence-based summaries. I also leave a link to those bulletins at the bottom of this slide. And that's it for me. And if you have any questions about those, I can answer that for the next 2 minutes, or I can leave the floor to Florian and Laurence.
We have not received any questions, but if we received any, we will for sure include them in the post-event report if needed. Thank you, Anoa, for this presentation. I will find again the presentation and share it. For our next part, which is the presentation of the Copernicus Marine Press Office by Laurence. So Laurence, you can
Yes,
it's quick.
Thank you, Florian. It's going to be quick. I just wanted to let you know that we are, of course, available for any inquiry you may have. The press office is led by me and Patricia Roy. We welcome any request from interview requests to dataset requests for your reporting on the ocean. So do not hesitate to contact us. This press office is dedicated to the Copernicus Marine Service with a dedicated email that you can see on the screen and a dedicated press room on the Copernicus Marine Service website as well, where you can find the latest information, press releases, key people to interview. But in construction, since we have many different experts that can answer your questions, spanning, as we said, on the blue, the white, or the green ocean, but also our data experts. Tony can also help you, assist you with any question you can have about the use of the tools, as well as Andrea for My Ocean Health. So again, do not hesitate to reach out to us. We would be very happy to help you report on our changing ocean. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Laurence, for this short description and information. It is now time to wrap up this session. One last reminder about the replays and polls. So you will find both of these on the event website through the menu at the top of the page. I will also send you an email in the following days to let you know when the replay is available and a link to the poll about today's webinar. We will also send you a post-event report with all the questions that could not be answered today. If you'd like to go further after today's session, I encourage you to visit the Copernicus Marine Service YouTube channel, where you'll find a rich library of webinars and training sessions from the past few years, all freely available, and including detailed presentations on MyOcean Pro that Tony presented today. You can also discover all Copernicus Marine events, both upcoming and past, via the event tabs in the top right menu of the website, where you can open any event page for details and registration. Thank you everyone for your attention today, and see you soon on the Copernicus Marine networks. Goodbye.